basketball fans, you've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. And now we take a brief check of the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. And one of the players we'll be seeing in this one, baddest one.
Well, defensively, he's a guy who always seems to anticipate the fast break and chase people down with his quickness and explosiveness to block shots in transition. So we'll keep an eye on that throughout the game.
Something else I'll say is that he loves those catch-and-shoot situations, Steve. When he receives a pass in space, it's right away looking to shoot.
Certainly some confidence for Indiana with the win in their last matchup against the Cavaliers. That one gave them some daylight in the season series. They lead 2-1 coming into this one.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
That one goes. Come.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on.
Here's Little General in the game against Toronto. Very impressive. Good. Here's baddest one. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thank you, Kevin. I spoke with the Cavaliers head coach for just a bit. One of the things he and his players take pride in is that they put just as much effort into rebounding on the offensive end as they do on the defensive end. He wants us to watch just how hard they work getting position on the offensive end of the floor, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. So, Clark, an early focus on crushing the boards here.
Well, that's always, Kevin, a big part of winning basketball is doing a good job on the glass. So many advantages come from owning the glass on both ends of the court.
Now Thompson, after the missed three from Reynolds, here's the Wizard. Tries again, and it's Thompson again missing.
An easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
The shot's good from Reynolds. Baddest one's got his second bucket tonight.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Little General the pass to the Wizard. Gets it to go.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a win against the Raptors.
And they did just what you have to do as a road team, guys. They never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Seemed like every time they took a punch, they had a counter.
You'll like this, Steve. Reverse spurtability, we call that. They had any defensive lapses, they immediately made up for it with some instant offense.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Passes it to Insanity. Reynolds passes to Houdini. Trains it from beyond the arc. Houdini's got five.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Now the pass to the Wizard. And he drops it in from the low post. The Wizards got his second bucket of the game to go. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Houdini passes to Reynolds. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Pretty bad defense, letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen. And they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside. He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throw. Beautiful to watch.
Indiana moving it around. No good from the General.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Got a piece of it. Reynolds passes to Insanity. Nailed from three-point line. Insanity's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Thompson with the bucket.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
Houdini passes to Insanity. And there's the feed to Brooks. Pass to Vaughn. Second chance shot. And it's good on the layup. The Prodigy's got his first bucket of the night.
Look at the combination of size and touch. That's why he's a great finisher down low.
Thompson passes to the general. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Lights out shooting from three-point land is nothing new to these guys. The league's most accurate shooting guards from long range in the season's second half. You take a look at Thompson, one of the best shooters in the NBA, top 5 in the league at this moment.
Well, you don't have to be a great shooter to play two guard, but it definitely helps. And pretty much all these guys fit into that great category.
And with any of those guys, when they get on the roll from three-point land, I mean, it can last for a while. We're talking a long time.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. I mean, you look at the numbers, impressive.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
Here's Houdini. 29 points for him last game against Memphis.
And don't forget 4 blocks, so a huge game for him defensively as well.
Out to Brooks. And the layup falls. Brooks has got his first 2 points.
Now they'll take as many of those high percentage shots as they can get, guys.
Here's Little General. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And oh, here we go. Brooks. Oh, get it.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right. Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Here's the general. He has 5. Here's Little General. Stolen. In transition. Here come the Cavaliers. Oh! Hammer time! And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, I do too, and I think they're also getting some good looks in transition, doing a nice job of running the floor.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
I agree, Clark, but it doesn't look like they have the will to do that at this moment.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I thought so too, Clark.
Here's the Wizard. Out to Thompson. And a powerful one-handed slam.
His eyes just simply light up when he gets that close to the bucket. And you just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
The shot's good from Houdini. Houdini's got 7.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Passes it to Little General. And the pass to Big Daddy. He feeds it to Thompson. Looking to end his cold streak. Oh, man! Oh, rim is shaking.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how a brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. There's a screen. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials on the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Looking at the Cavaliers over the last 10 and how they compare to the rest of the league, this is what we've got. 12th in blocks, 13th in three-point field goal percentage. And they're in the top half of the league in getting steals as well. Not bad, but could be better.
And the second free throw, good. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against Memphis.
And they were a different team in the fourth quarter of that game than they were in the first 3. Didn't you think? Clark, I mean, it seemed like they finally got their act together late in the game.
Most definitely. Somewhere a switch flipped for them in the fourth, and they finally started playing up to their ability. And not a moment too soon either.
Stolen by Mitchell. And that one is hammered home.
They've built a big lead here early.
Both defensively and offensively. They've been terrific right from the tip.
Pacers trail by 14. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. Only 3 games left until the start of the playoffs. Let's see how the East will look. We'll look at Indiana. Winding things down this season, they're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot. And of course, the Cleveland Cavaliers, they're looking to salvage what they can of the season.
You know, for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they've got to be incredibly deflated by the way things have gone for them this season.
Seems like everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong, Clark. For a team that had some high hopes, it's been a major disappointment.
Tipped away. Pass to Shafartsa. Indiana moving it around. Halbert gets it to go.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
Shot is off.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Cleveland leading by 12. Here's Mitchell. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for two.
And he makes the first. And Mitchell drops them both.
They've really built this lead, Kevin, at the free throw line.
Pacers trail by 14. Shafartzik, defended by Okoye. The dive for the ball. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Kept alive. Here's Allen, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And his free throws are only going in at about a 72% rate this season. Not a terrible number, but something that could definitely improve.
And the Pacers with possession here. Trailing by 17. Halbert. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Allen, that's good. And here are the Pacers now. Passes it to Hampton. Poked away. Halbert. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
That's a poor possession. You just give away the ball with a sloppy pass.
And Cleveland making a change here. Iyenga's checked in. Garland gets to the rim for two with the D all over him.
And the early lead just keeps on growing. Another basket.
And the way they've done it is with an extremely potent inside attack.
Gaddy, defended by Allen. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. The Pacers making a change here. Allen lets up. And a strong finish with two hands.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Here's Mitchell. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And the defense paying instant dividends. Fast break basket.
Yeah, that transition was immediate. Didn't waste a second getting out on the break.
No good, unable to end this run. Garland. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And for the Cavaliers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job. offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball. Movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
The Cavaliers leading by 23. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Pacers. For Cleveland, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. And Mitchell drops them both. Pacers shooting well. They're at 45%. They get a hand on it. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. Let's take a look now at some of the teams that have been blocking shots by the truckload since the All-Star break. Second, the Pacers.
Kevin, they've had a terrific inside game since the halfway point of the season, especially in terms of defense, because they've protected the paint and everybody's been on the same page.
Here's Mitchell. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Cavaliers have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. I mean, you look at the numbers, impressive.
And guys, they've taken a huge step forward at the free throw line this season, especially when you compare it to last season. They're a completely different team in that area.
Here's Allen, jumps up, and he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion, so he'll head to the free throw line. This is his second trip to the free throw line. Big Daddy's checked in for Indiana, and Allen drops them both. And there's the pass to Big Daddy. It's the three-point bomb. Big Daddy's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. The drive by Brooks. Up and in on the layup. Brooks has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Just another outstanding play down low. These teams couldn't be farther apart in their effectiveness in the paint today.
Yeah, that's right. It's been all good at one end, and we'll try to be diplomatic here and just say not so good at the other.
Pass to the Wizard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fast break, here they come.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
Guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Mitchell kicks to Iyengar. He passes to Mitchell. Cleveland moving it around. Blocked. And they'll keep possession. Lever. Shot clock at 3. A three-pointer off the mark. Indiana's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And he does it as well as anyone. Tremendous skill in the air.
Passes to Big Daddy. Can't get it to fall.
And excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
He dishes it to Brooks. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And he will take the ball right into the teeth of the defense.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
You know, all coaches hate defensively when you give up easy points in the paint. That's inexcusable. So that's the reason for this timeout here.
I think it came down to the fact they were getting beat inside, and that's why the coach called timeout. They were not winning the battle inside. Taking a look back over the last month, Kevin, let's see how Indiana stacked up. 3rd in blocks, 6th in free throw percentage. And as far as team scoring goes, they've struggled a bit. Top 20 in the league. There's room to get better there.
And to me, what really stands out with all those numbers you talked about, Clark, are the blocks, because they're a physical team. They're dominant in the paint, and they've got great length. And when they're between you and the basket, it's tough to get a shot over these guys.
It's tipped. Here's Little General, defended by Vaughn. Here's the Wizard. But they'll get another chance. Here's the General. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
Here's Houdini. He's got 9. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
The shot's good from the General.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half about just piling up points in the paint. And another foul would give him 3 before the half, something to keep our eyes on. Well, with him, what immediately comes to mind is the long-range shooting. He can knock down shots from anywhere, and of course that forces the defense to locate him at all times.
That's true, and it's spectacular shot blocking, something else to look for, especially recovering on the break. He can run you down and send it away in a heartbeat.
Here's Little General, looking for his first basket still in this one. 6 on the shot clock. The pass to the Wizard. Tries to save it, and so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
3 seconds on the shot clock.
And so here is Indiana. Clock at 2. Thompson misses.
Not sure why he's insisting on shooting from out there. It's just not working for him right now.
Reynolds passes to Insane. Here's the Prodigy. Pulls up on the elbow. Bounces high off the rim and drops. The Prodigy's got 8 points.
Smart. Use that big height advantage. Get the shot off.
Well, it's hard to put a big man on him, Steve, that far from the hoop. I mean, he's versatile.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Houdini passes to Reynolds. A three-pointer, no good.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
Here's Thompson, and the Pacers can't get it to go.
Well, he hasn't had much success shooting the ball, but it's not too late for him to get it turned around and start contributing.
Here's the screen. Pass to Reynolds. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
A nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
Houdini passes to Reynolds. Clock at 6. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And here on our 2K leaderboard, you see a breakdown of the best free throw shooting centers and power forwards over the past month. Well, you look at Brooks, deadly on the strike. Someone you do not want to foul.
And with those numbers at the foul line, he should be trying to get there as often as possible. Operating among the big bodies in the paint, he gets those chances.
Well, it works 2 ways. I mean, he's very physical, understands how to draw fouls, and he's lethal once he gets to the line. But if you're defending him, you got to really watch how you body up on him so you don't send him to the line.
The Cavaliers have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 to 10. The blocking foul is called as the shot goes down.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
At the line for your Cavaliers.
Indiana's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's Little General. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
He kicks it to Brooks. Soft touch off the glass. Brooks has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's got it going now.
No good from the Wizard.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Well, if you're doing enough good things and you're maintaining at least a slight edge on the boards, you're usually going to be in pretty good shape.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've got. If the shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Ripped away. Now Cleveland moving it up, and he lobs it up toward the rim.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
Kicks it to Thompson to stop the run. No good. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Vaughn, the pass to Insanity.
Went to the windmill dunk to turn this place on its head. I love it.
Yeah, this crowd is stunned.
Man, they should be, Kevin. That was one elaborate finish.
Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Houdini passes to Brooks. Cleveland moving it around. No good from Houdini. For Indiana, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Thompson with it. Now guarded by Insanity. Knocked away. Now Cleveland moving it up. Houdini. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Houdini's got 5 points in the quarter.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though.
Pass Durant. Here's Insanity. Brooks, left side. The pass to Houdini. Here's Insanity. He's covered by Thompson. Pass Durant. Launches a three. It's rebounded by Indiana. Big Daddy's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
A chance here, Kevin, to see where the Cavaliers currently rank in the NBA. 3rd in blocks, 13th in free throw percentage, and they're in the top half of the league in fewest turnovers. When you can be in that company, you're giving yourself a chance to be a winning team.
And to me, what really stands out with all those numbers you talked about, Clark, are the blocks, because they're a physical team. They're dominant in the paint. They've got great length. And when they're between you and the basket, it's tough to get a shot over these guys.
Here's Little General after the made shot from Insanity. Here's Little General, averaging 19 points per contest. A second chance effort, he lays it in. 14 points for the General.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
No good for Insanity.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
Here's Vaughn. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
You know, the guys on the bench are going crazy right now at the sight of that jam.
That bucket in no time at all. And that's 11 points for prime time. Houdini passes to Reynolds. Here's Houdini. Passes it to Insanity. Hits it from three-point range. Insanity's got 10. Indiana's gone 2 for 5 from three-point line since the end of the first. The pass to the Wizard. Here's the General, defended by Reynolds, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. And it's the Pacers with the ball, and the shot is good from Little General.
They had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Fires from deep. And no good trying to get that one. So as we conclude the first half so far. And now, brought to you by Sprint.
From the 2K Sports Studios, the Wizards are at Verizon Center trailing
The Sprint halftime report, presented by Sprint. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
And what a game for Brooks. He has 15 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
It shows you what an intelligent defender he can be on the ball. He really understands the game.
We've got baddest one. Prodigy is up there with Brooks. Then it's Houdini, and it's Insanity in at the 2. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. The Cavaliers shooting an offensive execution has been beyond great. They're 63% from the floor in this game. Here's Brooks. Makes it off the glass. Brooks has got 17. And here are the Pacers now. Little General, the pass to the General. Battles through traffic and lays it in. The General's gone 6 of 7 from the field here, getting just about everything to drop. Pass to Insanity. Here's Houdini. Buries the jump shot. 16 points for him. And the shot's good. from the General.
Perfect on their first 3 shots now. That's the way to start the second half.
Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Passes to Reynolds. Here's Insanity. He's covered by Thompson. No good from Insanity. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. It's Thompson off the drive, hit his foot, and they're saying he kicked the ball. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. There's the pass to Little General.
Now still a great start to the half after hitting their first 3 even before that miss.
Houdini passes to Reynolds. Here's Houdini. It's rebounded by the Wizard. It's Thompson off the drive. Little General uses the glass to finish the layup. Little General's got 4 points this quarter.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Houdini passes to Brooks, and Big Daddy picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
That's not as easy as it looks, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary for that.
You know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
There's the pick. Dishes to Thompson. He passes to Little General. Here's the General. 6 to shoot. And that one's good. The General's got 20.
Beautiful ball movement again.
Last 5 trips, they've all ended with a great pass leading to a basket, Steve. I mean, they are really sharing the basketball.
And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Poked loose. Here's Houdini. 16 points for him. No good from Reynolds. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. The Cavaliers pull it in.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim. That's exactly what he can give you.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Let's take a look at some of the leaders of the NBA. These point guards have been shooting lights out during the last month. As you look at the Little General, you know what you're going to get from him day in and day out.
Well, as a point guard, you want to create the best shot possible for your team on every trip. And given the way those players have shot the ball, it might always be a good idea for them to do it alone.
I don't really want to see them doing that, Steve. They got to keep everything in the framework of the team no matter how well they're shooting it. I know what you mean. They have been hot, but keep everybody involved. You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Insanity the pass to Vaughn. And the basket good. The Prodigy's gotten 12 in the game. The Pacers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. They get it back. A General. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Taking a look back over the last month, Kevin, let's check out how Cleveland stacked up. 6th in 3-point field goal percentage. 10th in blocks. And then the top half of the league in getting high percentage shots as well. Not too shabby.
Yeah, this is a team that shoots the ball well, and I think the key is their accuracy from the three-point line. You look at that number in the top 10, as you talked about, Clark. You know, they've leaned on this of late particularly, and I think their success from the three-point line has really allowed their offense to open up and become more balanced.
The Pacers shooting it beautifully here in the third, 56% from the field. Pass to Thompson, wide open look. That's good. Thompson's got 13.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Mitchell kicks to Allen. Pass to Mitchell. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Scooped up. Pacers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Back to Thompson. Halbert, Brooks covering. Offensive rebound, Pacers. Passes it to the Wizard. No good on the triple. Cleveland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Mitchell off a pick from Allen. Insanity the pass to Mitchell. And it's off from three-point range. Pacers shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. That's tipped. And the pass to the Wizard. Wide open. That is good. The Wizards got 13. Now Cleveland shooting in the second half so far about 45%. Mitchell passes to Insane. And another miss by Cleveland. Pacers have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%. Thompson with the bucket. And here are the Cavaliers. There's the lob to the hoop. Dives for it. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. And Indiana making a change here. Mitchell kicks to Iyengar. Garland sinks the three-pointer. 5 points in the game.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Pass to Little General. Halbert. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass. Wow, this game just a commanding performance for Allen. He has 9 points, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
Yeah, those are always easy points. I mean, when you can get to the line and knock them down. But sometimes that's the difference in the game, Clark.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, sometimes it's contagious. Everybody starts to get comfortable and relaxed, and everything goes in the hoop.
Passes it to Little General. Lets it go from deep. Gets it to go. Little General's got 11.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
Now the Pacers moving it up. And he lays that one in.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Here's Mitchell. 11 points in the game. Second shot opportunity. Allen, that's good. Allen's got 4 points this quarter.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
And there's the pass to Shafartson. Halbert. He passes to Shafartson. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
To the inside. Here's Mitchell. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. The Prodigy is checked in for Cleveland. Banished one comes in for Mitchell. Pacers on defense. There's the Dishonga. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. And so here is Indiana. Here's Little General. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on banished one. That's foul number 2 for him.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But, you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
Back to Jackson. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Too little, too late from the deep. Give him credit for trying anyway.
Great job he did getting through him and up to the rim.
Yeah, now that was aggressive, and that's exactly what I like to see.
And so it's Indiana with it. Pass to Little General. Ball's knocked loose. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition. Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
The General is checked in for Jackson. Passes it to Wright. Shoots. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Baddest one's got 4 this quarter. Indiana's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. The Wizard passes to Little Jenny. Here's Insanity. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. The Insanity's got 12 points in the game.
I love the flow that they've been playing with offensively tonight. This is an impressive performance.
Well, and that lead they have just continues to grow and grow.
The Wizard lays it up, and in spite of the excellent defense at that, he's got 15.
You know, normally when you dominate on the glass, it really shows up on the scoreboard, but not so much here today.
You're right, Steve. Typically, it is a good barometer that indicates who's winning, but not so.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
These giveaways aren't doing them any favors on the scoreboard.
Now, in fact, it's killing them. I mean, that's 8 points given up off turnovers now in this quarter alone.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Pacers. Cleveland moving it around. The pass to Reynolds. Feeds to Brooks. And good on the basket. Book it. Brooks has got 9 points here in the second half.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they're just giving them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Always some entertainment value when you go with the windmill jam.
Yeah, rim shaker and Steve a wrist breaker.
Outrageous, man.
Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
Donovan Mitchell.
Gaddy. No good there. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Indiana's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over. Oh my
Well,
gosh,
you know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is.
Here's Mitchell. Garland. The feed down Bonga. He dishes it to Allen. 5 on the clock. Fires for 3, and that one's good.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
The Pacers shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Gaddy, defended by Allen. Gaddy, and Allen with the block. Here's Mitchell, guarded by Jackson. Garland. And another 3 for Cleveland.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Yeah, shoddy defense there. Far too slow to react on the closeouts.
He feeds it to Jackson. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Here's Mitchell from past the arc. Rebounded by Shafarczyk.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
He kicks it to Jackson. Jackson, a screen on Allen. Pass to Shafarczyk. Puts up a 3. But they get it back.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Brennan. His 3-pointers off the mark. Cleveland's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Mitchell kicks to Iyengar. Garland, defended by Shafarczyk. Lever. From outside, off the mark. The Pacers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Kicks it to Jackson. Lays it up and banks it in. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to need some help there defensively. That matchup is going to be a tough one to deal with.
Here's Mitchell. Lever, defended by Shafarczyk. They grab their own miss. Gets it to go.
Excellent execution of the plan there.
The Pacers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Halbert. Sweet little floater.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Mitchell kicks to Allen. From 13, that went off the back iron and out.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
Garland. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Shooting for Cleveland. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. The Pacers making a switch here. Good on both. Pacers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Shafarczyk, defended by Okoye. Passes it to Shafarczyk. There's a good screen. Shot clock at 5. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
The first free throw is good.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And they're going to have to continue that pace, Clark, because they're down, and anytime you're losing, you've got to take advantage of every offensive opportunity you have.
Both free throws good from Shafarczyk.
Oh my God, I just got that.
Cleveland's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. There's the pick. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Indiana's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Now the pass to Tappan. Pulls up on the wing, and he hits the jump shot. They have been really controlling this one.
Well, now's not the time to get complacent, though, Kevin. You've got to continue to put your foot on the gas pedal.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. Here's the 3. The shot will not go. Indiana moving the ball around. Brennan drills the three-pointer. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin and Steve. I mean, everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
It makes it so much tougher to defend, too, when you have to account for all 5 offensive players, and the ball just moves so quickly. Tough to defend that.
4 on the clock. Here's the teardrop. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
One shot.
For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. He passes to Hampton. Corner shot. And again, it's Indiana converting. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Dishes it to Allen. From outside the arc, there's the bucket, good. Cleaver's got 12 points here in the second half.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Trying his luck deep. Another shot, and Jackson finishes inside. Jackson's got 6 points in the quarter.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Pass to Allen. Low block shot on the way. Good. Indiana's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. There's the screen. Pass to Shafarczyk. The dish to Jackson. Stolen by Okoye. Garland. Shot clock at 6. Feeds it to Allen. Jackson on him. A jump hook. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Shafarczyk, defended by Okoye. Pass it to Hampton. Takes a 3. No good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. We've got 1:48 left to play in the final quarter. Lever. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
At the line, Cavaliers. Lever. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And so he hits both. There's 1:38 left in the game. The Pacers have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. They set the screen. Throws it up high. Tap it. Defended by Allen. Shafarczyk. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Cleveland's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Here's Allen. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Allen's got 4 this quarter.
And tack on a few more points to the lead. Why not? I suppose this is an emphatic showing for this club.
And Steve, they did it in style, a beat down the entire way.
And so here is Indiana. Shafarczyk, defended by Okoye. Here's Shafarczyk, thrown by Okoye. Garland. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Allen. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
And I think this is going to be too much to overcome, Clark. What do you think?
All the sand in the hourglass is gone, and I agree with you.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. Six to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Here's Pappin. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game,